gonna get one. You gotta use the debit card. I got one. I got mine. All
I'm sorry, Rain. You lied. And I'll take that lane off. He's on. All right, we're back. Ladies and gentlemen. Come on, wait. Come on, wait. And once again, as if on cue, the minute I get back on the microphone, James Owens scores in the same corner of the end zone that he scored on when we first signed on. 35-8 at halftime, pending the PAT. We might get into the area of the running clock. PAT's good. That should be 42. 42-8. Pine leads. Offenses looked really good in the game, even though West St. John, horrible record, 7-2. One of their wins, they did beat Vondo. I think they beat Vondo 14-7, 7-6. Extremely close game. One of their two wins. The other win was against some team from New Orleans where they won 49-0. Had to be a weak team. But they do have athletes, and they do a good job on defense. It's a good workout for Pine, that's for sure.
Big run by West St. John on kickoff return.
A.J. Warren on the stop. Not only does he kick PATs like they're going out of style, also made the tackle on the kickoff. Said before in the first half, these athletes from West St. John are tailor-made for kickoff return, punt returns. All it takes is the one guy get the ball, a skilled guy. He can pick and choose his way through the defense. They really put the pressure on the coverage team. 42-8. They're down right now at the 50-yard line is where they set up shop on offense. Christian Williams in the backfield. Picks the back up. Trey Michael McGee and Ethan Rawls make it back into the backfield should he have needed any help.
Second down and 11. West St. John, 1 yard loss.
Christian Williams had himself in the position for a suplex right there. A few years ago when that was legal, I think you might have saw the atomic thump. Whatever it was Junkyard Dog was famous for doing. Thomas comes through almost untouched from his end position. Puts a lot of pressure on the quarterback, backpedaling. He tried to float it out to a receiver. Dangerous pass, you know, but if I'm in the quarterback's shoes at this time, I'm thinking dangerous pass. It's 42-8. We got to start pulling rabbits out of the hat. So, who cares? Make dangerous pass. Pick six, you're still losing big. You got to hope and put yourself in position for a miracle. That's the only way they're going to come back right now. Will not go down, cannot corner him up. Finally turns back toward the middle of the field. Christian Williams on the tackle. I thought he was going to be stopped for the loss. No gain as he went over to the left side. If you've ever tried to herd a goat, that's what it looked like right there on that play. Every time you thought you had him cornered and couldn't put your hands on him, there he goes. And he don't need much of a crack between you and the gate to get through it. Punting team on the field for West St. John. They have allowed heavy rush, horrible snap. Punt end over end, the type that will take a favorable bounce for the Rams. It's going to be down at about 20-yard line. That deep snap, source of trouble for West St. John. That one went back to the punter in the same arch as the pitch in the slow pitch softball. Took forever to get to the punter.
First and 10. High, 20-yard line.
So Pine's got it at the 20-yard line. 80 yards of offensive stats stand between them and the end zone. Somebody's going to get to pad some stats right here if you can do it in a big chunk. Aiden McIntosh, he's the man for the job. Padding the stats. He's going to be close to 100 yards after this run. Finally brought him down at the 20-yard line. I don't know if there's a flag, if he lost a shoe. That looks like that might be a flag. At the end of the play like that, it would have to be some type of face mask. I mean, it could be a face mask by the offense, but right now, my bet is it's got to be hands to the face of some type by the defense. The only people down where the flag was were the defenders and Aiden McIntosh. Whatever the call is, they're discussing it before. Whatever the call is, they're not sure about it. Let's just say that. Because on a penalty that you're positive about, there's no discussion. Now, that was probably half the distance if it was a face mask. Face mask, West St. John, exactly what the penalty was, 10-yard line, first down. Spears hands it off to Peanut over the right side. Hard-headed on that play, would not go down. Nice job by number 2, Thomas Bernard, keeping his feet, fighting for extra yardage. DJ Garrett's got his hand patting the top of his head. A lot of times that means give me a break. Thomas Bernard coming out of the game.
Second and
Deuce, number 2. Von Johnson up the middle. That was a little inside handoff, almost qualified to be called a draw play if the quarterback would have been back about another step. One of the linemen let the defensive lineman come through. Looked like a bad idea, except if you know the play, it was going to the inside. There's no way that particular defensive lineman could have got in on the tackle. So good job, good execution by the Raiders to stick it into the end zone. Big play on that drive by Aiden McIntosh. The PAT attempt on its way. Uncanny. You couldn't kick that many PATs in a row in the privacy of your own home,
high, 49.
trying to kick it from the arm of the chair down to the couch. Somewhere along the way, you'd have a miscue, something would happen. This kid that we're witnessing this year, A.J. Warren, as an old kicker myself, I always notice and put a lot of importance on that. He's setting everybody in the shade. Not sure exactly how Bullseye Brock is performing tonight at Bowling Green. He's another one of my favorite players in Washington Parish. Bullseye Brock at Bowling Green. One of the best kickers in the Mississippi Association. That's one of those hoppers, and you see it took the hop. A little trouble. 17's got it. Turns it up. Takes it over to the right side. Woodard on the tackle, number 57. Nice tackle. Looks good when he's in there, brother. Woodward is a good one now. A tough nut, brother. You can bet he's had some great practices in his day. An offensive line for the Raiders. The left tackle, Jackson Jones. The left guard, that's going to be picked off. Just the defender. Took the referee out.
Interception by 9 high. First and 10 high.
Crawls back to the cap. That's an embarrassing moment for the referee, brother. Oh, getting run over is one thing, but the whole, as soon as you regain your composure, you crawl back to the cap. Oh, lost several hundred cool points right there. Did that official. I think he's okay, or we wouldn't be laughing, cutting up quite as much, but either way. Funny. Sherman Davis, our live action network spiritual advisor and mascot, promotional guru. Thought it was really funny. hadn't quit shucking and jiving yet. Sherman Davis, Mr. Live Action, he's got the game on Facebook Live as if we're not streaming live on YouTube. We got it covered either way you look. A lot of people don't know to go to Live Action Network 2023 on YouTube. It's easy and it's free. But to this day, people still go to the Facebook page, and if it's not on there, as far as they go. Now, 7:39 left in third quarter. Spears, he's going to look over to his right side, puts the ball up that's anybody's ball. DJ Garrett almost got that. Tip drill, tipped it to keep it alive, almost tipped it back to himself. I'm telling you, every time the ball is put in the air to Owens, Garrett, on most nights to number 16, Preston Stogner, you cannot count the offense out. They have a chance to catch any ball that's put in the air. Christian Williams up the middle, rumbling, stumbling, they're not going to catch him. And he's going right at the camera. You can always go home. Christian Williams wanted to bring that ball straight to his mother, just like I told him to, straight into the camera. Touchdown, number 23, Christian Williams. He is a feature back waiting to happen. The next big thing, that makes it 49. Let's see. PAT's upcoming. It's good.
56, West St. John, 7 minutes and 25 seconds in the third quarter.
56-8. Pine.
Real pair score, Destination 17, Thibodeau 0.
Franklinton was tied with Lakeshore 7-7 the last time we checked. Bowling Green was up 26-7. Franklinton Demons now in the fourth quarter up on Lakeshore 21-17. You might have heard Bogalusa was in a close game with Albany in the second quarter. Right now, Bogalusa 30, Albany 12. Big stop on the plate. .33, Brady Riles.
32 kids, West St. John, 41 yards.
On the tackle. Got a lot of defensive changes. I do, I sure do. Right here in my hand. Brother. Thank you, Lane Thomas, for keeping our equipment charged up. Hands it off to the back, considers it's wide open. It's, let's see, blue.
Flag on the play.
Mine's green, and it's supposed to be live. Let's see. Hey, would you mind go down there and ask Raymond? Because I don't know. He's the one that knows how to get the mics hot. I assume the mic's hot right now. Hadn't heard anybody say it. What? 56-8. Pine's up with 5:52 at some point. Okay, there is a running clock right now because the clock's running even as we speak.
Is it supposed to be blue or
Yeah,
green?
yeah, blue.
All right, his is green.
Tell me hit
Pine
the
with the
yellow button on the
48-point lead. They're going to let the clock run. It might be 42-point differential in the score. They start letting the clock run. Quarterback looking over to the right side, directing traffic. Stogner almost takes the ball away from him. Did a great job. Bogalusa up 30-12 at the half. Mine's green. All right, it's blue. Second down and probably 16 yards to go for the first. Got some blockers out in front of him. It's number 1, Kamara and Williams. Forced out of bounds right there late at the end of the play. They're going to call a penalty on it. Playing too rough is going to be the call. Lane, I don't know if you were in the end zone, got to see Christian Williams, executive producer Raymond Williams' son, make that touchdown right up the middle, long run.
I did see that.
Carried would-be tacklers with him, free of charge. Gave him a ride to the end zone.
Yeah, 56-8. About 3 minutes to go in the game here.
Well, PA announcer said it, and he was absolutely right. That was a nice pass, but the pass wasn't as nice as the comeback and fight for the ball. That was a good catch.
Yeah, it was.
So West St. John just letting you know that they're still a Bull 2. It's 40-7. Bowling Green. It was a blowout late in the third quarter. Thanks to Clay Morgan, our on-site reporter for the Live Action Network. That's going to be a handoff right up the middle for the two-point conversion, and it's good. Now, so that's a 40-point difference. So,
yeah.
Will the clock continue to run? I don't know what the rule is. In the Mississippi Association, it's 35 points.
Yeah, it's running.
It's running.
And
so.
it's my bad. It's third quarter. I said fourth quarter earlier. It's in the third quarter.
Hey, Lane, that we've been here long enough. There's so much stuff happened until it seems like it ought to be. So that's a playoff game for Bowling Green. That they're winning in a blowout over Wayne Academy. Of course, L.J. Jenkins is the quarterback at Bowling Green, and his parents, Jenkins Asphalt and Paving, one of our sponsors. We want to thank them. October 27th, 2020 memory come up. I painted this buffalo. Devontae Gardner on the carry. We get to see some of these guys. Getting multiple touches that we don't get to see carry the ball a lot. Devontae Gardner, that's his second big play of the night.
I heard a roll tide down there. I hope I don't hear many tomorrow.
5'10", 150. Who was that said that? Sherman Davis?
I believe it was Mr. Davis.
Yeah, he says anything that he can ruffle the feathers with, brother. He's not for the Tide, but if being for the Tide gets the argument started, he's for him all the way.
Well, he might get one started with that.
Trey Knight in at quarterback, keeps the ball himself. Properly diagnosed.
Second down.
I'm watching y'all for the Pine game. Andre Calais. One of my dear close friends, Andre Calais. For a few years, we striped the field there at Franklinton. His son and Maverick are the same class and played association. But his son, Andre Jr., loves football as much as anybody I've ever seen. He's not a real big guy, but he started getting real serious about deep snapping, Lane.
Yeah.
And I mean, became one of the best in North America. He's a deep snapper at Southeastern. And as a true freshman, he's a starting deep snapper for PATs and field goals. And he did that the old-fashioned way. He earned it.
So,
But he's on the field, man. He's on the field,
Yeah.
and they go to Washington. Not too many people stepped on the field. He played it when they played at Mississippi State. He was on the field
yeah.
playing.
Yes, sir. Into the third quarter, Pine 56, West St. John 16.
40-point difference. I know West St. John, going into the game, a little bit of studying I did on the game, they've gave up a lot of points. They've lost by big scores this year. But, Lane, I think you'll agree, they're not the worst team I've ever seen.
No.
They're just not quite good enough to be competitive. But I've seen some horrible teams that didn't have a clue. But West St. John has a clue. They're just not there yet.
They got a few athletes. A lot of them play both ways.
But in this classification, a lot of people play both ways.
Yeah.
A-Meat plays both ways. Pine plays both ways. You know, with the majority of the people that's on the field, offense or defense, at any given time, play both ways. Trey Knight under center. He's going to drop back and look to pass. Great arm. Throws it over to the right side. Delvonte Gardner comes back for it, makes a good catch. Now, Trey Knight, Lane, he's got a Terry Bradshaw type arm. From what I've understood, Clay Tyjon, who's the head baseball coach now at Franklinton, and a heck of an evaluator of talent, said last year he had the best arm in the Washington Parish. So,
Wow.
he's a sophomore.
Yeah.
Pine punt, something they don't do very often. Once again, the return game on point, finally pushed out by Noah Barber. 45, the punter, and the wheels shook. You don't get to punt a whole lot. That wasn't a bad punt at all. But in the department of the return game, I keep going back to that West St. John's custom made for that. We do have a running clock, 10:31. It's been a nice night. After we first got here and the mosquitoes very visible, I hadn't really noticed any trouble from them lately, Lane.
It's a little temperature drop from the mosquitoes. But
a lot of the guys down there getting pictures taken.
yeah, it looks like Pine's got some of the backups in there, which is good. Quarterback back.
Connor Caldwell junior defensive back. On the coverage, or was that? Or was that 31 on Jarius Brown?
Quarterback back throwing. He's going to overthrow.
Nice defense
Yeah,
right there.
good
Number
coverage
21,
there.
Chance Handy, a sophomore, 6-footer, 140 pounds. Lane, he's running stride for stride, and he was smart enough to not do anything that could be interpreted as interference.
Yeah, he played that one well.
Number 21, playing cornerback. He's a sophomore. If I was playing cornerback, that's what I would want.
Yeah.
21, Deion Sanders.
Pat's got a good many sophomores here. We ought to have
They do have a lot of sophomores. Or at least sophomore class.
Quarterback.
Very visible.
around the left end.
Oh,
Like
he
may
turned
go.
on the burners right there.
I don't believe we're going to catch him. So,
Touchdown, West St. John. Great run.
well, it's good to have them backups in there. They practice hard all year.
Yep, that's right.
They get to
That's
play
right.
a quarter.
Number 1. McGillicuddy on the run. He's a starter. So can't blame West St. John for still having their starters in. I mean, for crying out loud, it's the last game of the year.
Sure.
2-7 at home on senior night. If you're Darren Thomas over there on the sideline, the head coach of West St. John, you don't rest the starters in that game. Let the seniors roll, baby. It's their last time.
Oh, yeah. 21 came up, made the tackle, but a little too late. Still in the end zone.
West St. John, 24, Pine, 56.
24-56. People that are hearing back home understand what's going on because you're watching the game, but for the people that are receiving text updates back home, they're probably thinking, oh, that team's coming back on Pine. Oh,
Well, yeah.
Sherman Davis trying to incite the crowd. He's going to the Southeastern game tomorrow. He told me we're not going to be able to go to the Southeastern game because Lane Thomas is hooking us up with sweet tickets for the Alabama LSU game. That's probably the biggest game of the weekend. If you watch Paul Feinbaum's show, he said it is the game this weekend. Ole Miss. Talked a lot about Ole Miss. Who do they have this weekend, Lane? Do you know?
You know, I should know, but I don't. But I'm just hoping that ride home Sunday ain't too. I'm hoping we come home a winner.
Yeah.
But it's going to be should be a good game.
Either way.
I went 4 years ago, and that was one of the best Saturdays of my life. When, of course, we had a pretty good team. That 2019 national championship team, we happened to beat
The
Alabama
Joe Burrow
up there. Yep, Joe Burrow had a pretty good day.
That's one of those teams that I was referring to where you say it was that team.
Yeah.
One of those teams that designate themselves.
All right, we got Trey Knight back at quarterback. He might be a little kid. I'm half Knight. You probably don't know
No
that.
kid.
Yeah,
Probably is.
But yeah, my mother was a Knight.
He's about 6'2".
Yeah, he's a sophomore.
He must take after your brother.
Well, it wasn't me. But he's down under, handing off.
That's Christian Williams.
Yep,
Country Chris on the carry.
about gain of 8 the right side.
Running hard. Yes, sir. That was a good run.
I believe Country Chris is another sophomore, I believe, isn't he?
Yep. Brazen O'Brien, freshman, going
Yeah.
into the game, number 61.
Trey Knight handed off. Number 31. Is that Tyron Lee or?
No, that's Angerius
Yep, that's
Brown.
right. Yep, that's right. Yeah, another sophomore. Pine's driving the ball here with the backup. Got Pine seconds.
Braxton Newman into the game. That's a freshman right there, wide receiver. Braylon Thomas, freshman. He's wide out to the left. Brady Riles in the game. That's Angerius Brown again on the carry.
I don't know. Who's number 50? I got to give a, I think it's, I don't know who he is, but he just made one heck of a downfield block. Now, he didn't, running back didn't get that far, but it wasn't his fault.
All right, let's
33 around the left side.
let's make sure it was 50. I don't see a 50. Was it 50?
Yeah, that could be wrong.
Another great tackle by West St. John, third down, around 12.
Number 59, Noah Forney.
No, it might have been 59 now. I don't.
Noah Forney.
That's probably who it was.
Those Forneys, you know, they have been known to play football.
Pitch back. Number 28. He's going to go 88.
That's 88, baby.
All the way. Touchdown, Raiders.
Braxton Newman, 88.
Braxton Newman, freshman.
Hey, he showed a little speed.
He's got
right
speed.
there, Lane.
Now, he's got speed now.
I mean, when he got to the sideline, brother, it was a foot race.
Yes, sir.
And we've already made the point clear that West St. John has their starters in the game. Lane, I think this will make it 63.
I believe.
This is the 9th score of the game.
Hey, neighbor, you want to leave that jacket with me?
Trey Knight, the holder.
What's your name?
Randy.
All right, Randy. Appreciate it. Randy been standing here by me, putting up with me all night.
Lane, A.J. Warren is 9 for 9 on the night.
Okay.
Lane, I was saying right before you got here, if you ever wanted to try it at home, that's for anybody, and you just try to kick a Nerf football in your house from your chair to over the arm of the couch. It's hard to do it 9 times in a row.
You're right. Oh, yeah.
And so far this year, I've not seen him miss, Lane. Neither of you, man.
Yeah, we got a good one. We got a good one. 63-24. Raiders, minute 40 seconds left. Clock continues to run.
All right. We're going to try to get a little bit closer after the game.
Yeah.
We're going to do an interview on the field. Come on with us here, Lane, as we're moving around. We couldn't do it if it wasn't possible through our Bluetooth speakers. Okay. And you're going to put us on. Making our way down to the sideline.
Great kickoff return by West St. John. Yeah, but they left that count in the fourth quarter.
You come right head on, get your face back.
As the clock is running in this one, we're going to try to get, after the game is all said and done, we'll get the head coach, Bradley Seal, on for a quick word, his thoughts on the game. 32 seconds, 63-24, and the game has not been as close as the score would indicate. There's Old Country, Chris. Trey Knight, yes, sir. We're live, guys. What y'all want to say?
What you in? Hey.
We're live right now on the audio feeds live. I'm here with Trey Knight and Country
Playoffs,
Chris.
here we come. Round one game at a time.
That's it.
One game at a time, guys.
I like
17
it.
All I
seconds.
gotta say is I feel bad whoever's matched up with us.
Hey, I wouldn't want to be them. That means bad news for everybody. Probably Sunday or so you find out. When is that? Maybe
well, right
Sunday.
now it's looking like we're playing Springfield.
Springfield.
That says of right now. Hey, they about to test Chance. They got to test 21. They got 7 out here.
Chance Handy is the prediction by Ethan Rester that they're going to try to complete it.
Knight, who's your
Oh.
parents?
Send it just tonight. Oh!
Here we go.
Get out of bounds.
Helmet come off.
Helmet came off. Lane, I'm of the opinion that these new helmets come off easy.
They do. I believe they do, yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you, I saw one helmet come off the whole time I was at Franklinton. Caden Stogner, man, you had another great game, baby. Another great game. Yep. Hey, we need to start doing most of our broadcasts from the sideline. We get to talk to all these players. We're live on the air right now, Bluetooth speakers. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You've been going home and watching back all year.
I can't get on Huddle, so I have to watch it somehow.
Yes, indeed. That's why they need to give you the huddle password, man.
I had it, but it kicked me out, so I couldn't get back in it.
You must have been doing something that was against the rules or something.
I guess looking too much film, I guess.
Maybe so. Yeah, there might be an hourly limit on it.
Right after right before the Bogalusa game, I couldn't get on it.
No kidding. Bogalusa might have hacked it or something.
At halftime, Bogalusa, I think the score was 14-12.
Yeah,
Bogalusa.
they're up handily now.
What do you think about Sunday versus AP?
Yeah.
I can't believe it, man. Just shows the district how tough the district is, man.
We're trying our hardest to score, and it's not going to help nothing.
Well, it's senior night. They don't have, it might be the last play, that some of them ever have. It's picked off.
Another Raider win. Round one, here we come.
Yes, sir. All right, Trey, good game tonight. That last pass is picked off. Who picked it off, Chris?
Bama. His name's Braylon.
Braylon.
All right,
What number is he?
He is number 82.
Number
Braylon
82.
Thomas, freshman. He's one of them Thomases.
Hey, all I got to say is God did.
That's right. As they go onto the field to shake hands, we're going to try to catch Coach right before he goes and meets with his team. Are the coaches the first ones through? Usually. West St. John showing extreme class, at least the coaching staff, wishing all the Raiders good luck in the playoffs. Lane, we might be on this side of the field. Good job, coaches.
Oh, number 12. Okay. I thought I seen.
We'll let Coach Bradley meet with his team. Not synthetic surface very often. I know you probably have never played on synthetic surface. When we were in high school on synthetic surface, that old Astrodome in Houston, and from what I understand, it was a cement floor, and they run some of that Brady Bunch carpet out there on some of that that you can get it at Home Depot, that green.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. Earl Campbell ran several miles on that kind of turf.
Yes, he did.
And his knees are living,
and he
living proof.
And he ran over several.
He did, but he can't. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's paid the price. He can't. Well, he's been in a wheelchair for years.
Yeah.
But I think, no doubt, he gets his knees replaced. He's a hero, that's for sure. The Tyler Rowe.
Yeah.
Again, Pine will be finding out sometime over the weekend. We assume on Sunday, according to Trey Knight.
Do we know when we find out who we play?
I think brackets come out Sunday.
Yeah.
Because we're not doing film until Sunday.
Yeah.
morning.
All right,
Sunday morning film for Pine, so.
Yeah, Coach, tell him we back to 0-0. Yeah, that's some good advice.
Yeah, well, celebrate this win, because I'm going to tell you, West St. John, you pick up a win, it's still precious because West St. John give anything for 3 wins this year. They're sitting at 8-2. Raymond's going to be able to put the camera on us.
Okay. What you gonna do? Interview?
All right, yeah, we're just
Okay.
going to
Okay.
talk to you just a little bit
Yeah.
if you got time. Hey, West St. John, 8-2. They're just not quite good enough to compete. They're still. I've seen a lot worse teams, Coach.
Yeah. That's for sure. I mean, they used to be really good. They,
Right.
like early 2000s, they had like one back. So they had Quinn. You remember Quinn? Was it Quinn Johnson played LSU, the big fullback, and they had Tyson Jackson that
Right,
played in the NFL.
right. Exactly. Yeah,
up, bro?
they've had 3 different head
All right,
coaches in the last 4
Have
years.
they? That'd be
Yeah.
good.
Good cousins, actually.
And then I think
Yeah.
Darren
My
Thomas
mama was
is
a
an
Knight.
alumnus, and he's
Lane
taken
Thomas.
over. So
Yeah.
being an alumnus,
Jamie
he
Dale was
understands the
Right.
former,
Right.
but great facility.
Jesse, right?
Anyway,
Jesse, yeah.
they did put up good
Oh,
enough
good.
of a fight tonight, so you can see a little bit out of your offense and defense.
Oh, we're
And-
recording now.
yes,
Oh.
indeed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I thought your offense moved the ball well on a very athletic West St. John defense.
Yeah, they were definitely athletic defense. We moved the ball well all night. I was happy about that. First play, we got us rolling with the touchdown to DJ, and I'm happy with the way we played. Defensively, we played well. Still some things we got to clean up going into the playoffs next week, but overall, it's a good performance.
Yeah, and on special teams, they really had a good kickoff return team, and you got to see a lot of it. Your team showed good discipline on that. You also got to rest a few players that had minor dings or whatever.
Yeah,
tonight.
that was big. Getting some guys healthy. We had about 3 starters we held out. So we were glad we were to do that, and get them out at the end of the game and get some. And too, the younger guys. I mean, they hadn't played a JV game in quite some time, so that's good that they got in and was able to get, because they work hard. They work just like the other guys do,
Absolutely. Well, that's what Lane said on the broadcast. Hey, they practice hard all year, and nothing's better than if you've ever been in that position, and I have, than for the coach to say, JV defense, get ready.
Right? Yeah.
And you got to play some of those guys. Guys got touches tonight that don't usually. Now, Sunday, I assume, is the day that you find out what you do next.
Yeah, you start having an idea tonight, but I've seen it to where I've swapped film and it changes on Saturday. So really took, probably tomorrow, but it's not official till Sunday about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and everybody can keep their eye on Facebook. In this day and time, when you find out, it's not much longer before it's widely known. Anyway, Coach, great job tonight.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can't make it back to Franklinton, find out Sunday, and then probably have a Bradley Seal Coaches Show next week.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
Go
Thank
be
you.
with your team, brother.
Yeah. I didn't know he was recording first.
Absolutely. For the Live Action Network.
You did good.
Along with
No,
Fans,
you did
Lane,
good. I was
Thomas, I'm
listening.
Mr. Positive Jeff McKelvin. Thanks for watching Live Action